Water signs, hi, this is your new moon in Aries solar eclipse reading and what to expect. You got the Five of Cups in the reverse in the middle of your spread. I like that energy in reverse because there's a lot of acceptance that comes with that energy. There's forgiveness, there's gratitude, there's moving on and healing any past wounds and finding peace within yourself. That's beautiful because that's, you know, you've healed a lot of these, the grief, the heartbreak, the traumas. There's a lot of sorrow and hurt and loneliness and betrayal and sadness, like all of that, and you've finally forgiven yourself, right? And when you forgive yourself, you start to step into that inner authority. With you come up as the Emperor. How funny is that with the water signs, with the new moon in Aries? You're really stepping into it this month. And into the next 6 to 7 months, actually, right? You guys are really being more present and accepting that, you know what, life is too short, way too short to be living in the past and worrying about the future. And you're taking time to truly enjoy the moment, each moment into its fullest. Because when you're in that abundance and joyful state of being, the I am, you know, you start to have this, you step into you know, being brave and courageous and commanding the energy rather than being a victim of circumstance, right? You, with this new moon energy, I can feel a lot of water signs using the because water, you know, for me, I'm an Aries double Scorpio, and they're all ruled by Mars, which is fire energy. So technically, like, I consider that triple fire, right? So stepping into that, opening my space, owning my space with confidence. And I feel like water signs are really going to start to be more creative, more and innovative, and a lot of shifting from, you know, monogamous work into creative work, and starting to think outside the box and bringing these fresh perspectives and solutions. And look, I clarify that with the leadership card, and even if, you know, it can be overwhelming to feel like that's a lot to take on, to have my own business. You know, you could feel overwhelmed and uncertain about how you're going to manage a team or create a team or this project effectively. I feel like, you know, that's doubt. You know, that doubt can create destruction, because maybe you don't feel seen, maybe you don't feel that the right people are going to be able to receive what you're wanting to create and put out there, whatever this is, for those that are creating content, for those that are ready to move from the past into a whole new cycle of way of life or being, right? Like, I feel like, you know, you've lost having to trust your own judgment, and I think you're stepping in with the Aries new moon energy here into that Page of Wands energy. And I love this because it's really having these like going to a phase in your life where you were younger and you had this great inspiration. Every aspect of your work, you know, felt exciting. If you look at that through life through that lens, with where creativity can flow effortlessly, that is the direction you're headed. And having boundaries, you know, whether it's family or work or friendships, where they're being overstepped, you're gonna kind of, I think that's overwhelming for you, and it's time to really, I think you're going to be using this new moon energy into the next 7 months to truly work on your physical and emotional health. And you're a lot of you, I can see, investing time, effort in that. And when you do that, like, it's going to remind you that maintaining healthy habits and self-care, not just in the physical vessel, but like that will align your mind, body, and soul. You know, it'll loosen up the tension and any misunderstandings and create balance in your feminine and masculine. And then when you're harmonious, feeling at peace and in balance within yourself, you know, you're going to be able to lead with minimal stress and conflict, and you'll get through it, you know, and you'll align with the right people as well. And you may not think that, but with the Judgment in reverse, that's complete opposite. You will. That's just a shift in a mindset, because, you know, I feel like sometimes whatever you've gone through or lost, situations, people, loved ones, jobs, whatever this was, you know, sometimes we have to lose things and people to appreciate them and their value, and then other times we have to lose to gain. And you're stepping into this, you're stepping into your leadership with the Emperor Aries card right there. This feels a very, for somebody who has double Aries, this feels like you're really going to teach other people. This is somebody who's already fulfilling a lot of their spiritual higher calling that I'm tuned into. This person is I see this person standing their ground, and it's always been said, like, I'm hearing the words, if you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. And so a lot of us water signs are going to be standing up for what we believe, and not be easily swayed by the beliefs and the wishes of others at this time and then into the next 7 months. You're really truly going to be prioritizing, having more clarity. And if you've had scattered energy, book a session with me. I can totally support you in removing that brain fog, and help you regain momentum and alignment within yourself. Because this is long-term planning. This is saving and investing in long-term success. This is like also you looking back at the past 7 months. Where have you been putting your time, effort, love, and energy? And I think success is within your reach. Your hard work, your dedication is going to be rewarded and continue to be rewarded. And there definitely is significant progress on the way in terms of your financial, your pentacles. Pentacles are, some of you could be investing in gold and silver and XLM and XRP and all that good stuff that is going to allow us to rest easy in our minds and be able to provide for ourselves at the same time and have that sense of financial balance and security, so that we can live our lives on our own terms and go work out and prepare our meals and align with the right people and energy, so that we could work on dedicating our lives to service and service to humanity. So I'm going to pull you an advice card. That's such a beautiful reading. I just, there's this, you're going to move like water signs. With the Two of Wands in reverse here, I feel guided to tell you that you're going to move, through any tricky circumstances without becoming entangled in drama. Because water is emotional. We tend to overthink, overanalyze with our emotions, and we can spiral down that way. A lot of us water signs, because we absorb people's energies, feelings, thoughts, emotions. So I feel like our inner self is going to know during this time, as we step up with our fire energy, wherever that is in your chart, we're not going to worry about what other people think or say anymore, and nothing else is going to stick, right? Like, we're being encouraged to truly look beyond the world, and the worlds that we do know, and more into other realities, that and ways of being, and trusting that we can adapt and thrive, and we're going to use a lot of our spiritual energy, and using an intuitive hits to protect, put a layer of psychic protection. Water signs, we have rituals or self-care things, whether it's taking a salt bath, listening to your favorite song, journaling, swimming in the ocean, going for long walks, dancing, however you want to soothe. Maybe some of us, like you guys love skincare, like bathing in your favorite essential oils and lotions. Like, there's really lots of ways to ground and connect to our body on a deep level. And as we connect to the earth and we awaken awareness, like it really, it's going to be successful. It's gonna be worth investing in yourself, and that's what you're gonna be headed towards. Let's pull you an advice card from this deck. I don't even have the name of it because I don't keep my boxes. Water signs, you got Two of Cups, right? This is bringing you, like I said, what your reading said, like alignment, harmony in your masculine, feminine, and when you are balanced, you start to attract more soulful connections, partnerships, soulmates even. Some of you could be attracting love, getting closer to someone, just feeling a lot of love and sympathy and kindness and friendship, and maybe some of you are going into a new contract and a new form of work that you really think you're going to enjoy. It could be you and a friend partnering up and saying, hey, let's create something together. Like, all the delays are definitely allowing you to see that you can still move forward in love for some of you, if it's a new love interest or somebody you've had your eye on for some time now, right? Like, I feel like you guys are going to get closer and closer in these next 2 months to the next 2 years. Beautiful.